All right, here we are at Riverside for live high school basketball tonight. And the Lady Vikes get on the scoreboard first. 2-0, 7:35 mark. And moving the ball around is Holy Cross tonight. We'll start with some underclassmen in their lineup, that's for sure. But we'll try to take it to Riverside here on the road. Caroline Kranick, the senior, takes it inside. Tries to get a bucket going and no go right there.
Caitlin Rose, 23, first personal.
So let's see. That foul is going to go against Rose here for Riverside. The free throw goes. So 2-1 at the 7:22 mark here of quarter number one. Between these two, the Lady Vikes, of course, having a fantastic season. Holy Cross not too far behind. They're doing pretty well as they have each and every year. So 2 free throws go for Holy Cross, as the fundamentals, you know, will be pretty darn solid. I want to thank Father Francis Boselli of Divine Mercy Parish for supporting tonight's ball game here between these two. Ball moved on the inside and then scrapped up there, and it will be Holy Cross basketball. So quick hands on the way of Holy Cross as they get the basketball their way. So 7:04 on the clock, and Holy Cross will lead with Sempa at the point. And the Riverside faithful trying to get into it. Good ball movement here. They get it behind the defense. No travel called. That shot is missed by number 34, Abby Lentowski. Coming the other way is going to be the freshman, Kylie Lavelle. That shot is off the mark. Julie Antonacci comes up with the rebound and it gets thrown underneath and it gets thrown away. So Holy Cross will come back the other way. 6:36 on the clock. Penetration there, and more ball movement. Shot from the top of the key, and that shot goes by Abby Lentowski. So Lentowski is a sophomore, and Holy Cross leads it 4-2. Well, Holy Cross came ready to play at high energy level for them. Kayla Rose with the basketball, kicks it over. Elise Karpinski's got it, kicks it inside. LaBelle trying to work it underneath. Her shot goes a little off, and it's now Holy Cross coming down. Movement there, we're going to get a travel, and that's what it is. So Holy Cross travels on that play, and it will go back to Riverside after a turnover. So here comes the point guard, Kylie Lavelle down, trying to survey the situation. Lavelle gets it to the inside. Kayla Rose kicks it back outside. Karpinski for 3. That's going to be long. Battle underneath. Rose off her, and it'll go the Lady Crusaders' way. So 5:48 is on the clock, and it's a 2-point advantage here for Holy Cross in the first quarter. 1 foul for Holy Cross, 1 foul for Riverside. Moving the ball around here, it's Holy Cross. You get it over to number 11, Cranston. She is just a freshman. Outside shot there by Sempa is off the mark, and it'll go back to Holy Cross. Good ball movement. They get it near the free throw line and tipped away. Looked like it was Karpinski. Lavelle trying to spin around. 360, and she does it. Kylie Lavelle with a layup and does it in 360 style. We're knotted up at 4 apiece. 5:14 on the clock here early in the first quarter. Trying to get behind the defense. Lentowski is down low. Antonacci trying to tie up that ball. Does a good enough job. They kick it back inside. Kranick, and then back over this way, and that roll doesn't go for number 11, Cranston. And it'll be Riverside basketball. Down court, Julie Antonacci got a little far underneath the bucket. Had somebody riding her back. No call there. 4:49 on the clock. Here comes Holy Cross and knifing through the defense. We got a miss and then a shot and one. So Casey Cranston, the freshman, pretty darn active, puts it in, and we got a foul on Riverside. That'll be the second foul on Kayla Rose. Well, Riverside has just 2 fouls. Both of them are on Kayla. Shot is off. Karpinski with a rebound. I want to thank Father Francis Boselli of Divine Mercy Parish, that is, for supporting tonight's ball game here on the John Mendola Show YouTube. Taylor with the ball. Taylor's going to go to the rack. Taylor and one! So Emily Taylor able to ride the defender all the way in, get the bucket to go. That is going to go against the freshman. That foul, that'll be against Cranston. 4:28 on the clock. Taylor over at that free throw line. Finishes it. So a 7-6 lead here for Riverside. This is going to be a hard-fought, tight ball game between these two. Holy Cross just has enough offense to make that happen. Outside shot is long. Then an inside rebound there by Lentowski. Kicks it back out over to 20. Kranick will miss the shot originally. Sempa drains a three. So Abby Sempa from long range hits that one. It's 9-7. Holy Cross in front. Under 4 minutes to play here in quarter one. Lavelle working it. Lavelle over the middle. Lavelle didn't get the roll. Thought that one may fall. And it'll be Holy Cross basketball. Ball goes off Karpinski. 3:52 on the clock. Sempa comes down. Cranston, a skip pass over the other way to Kranick. Back to Cranston, trying to find Lentowski underneath. But instead, Karpinski is going to foul Bystricki. So the third foul against Riverside. 3 versus 2, 9-7. Holy Cross leading by 2. And they get those couple of free throws coming up here. The free throw goes. A 10-7 3-point advantage here from Holy Cross. And that free throw goes as well. Here comes Riverside in their half-court set. Sempa will try to guard Lavelle. Kicking it around. They get it to Taylor. Taylor looking across. Rose under the post up. And Rose gets a little room. Rose misses that layup. So Rose got a little separation inside on Bystricki, but then was unable to finish that. Now they keep the defense behind and get that one. And a runner by Abby Lentowski. And it'll force a timeout here for Riverside. Trailing by 6. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. We'll be back here in the John Mendola Show. All right, back to live action here at Riverside. 3:11's on the clock. 13-7. Holy Cross has the lead over Riverside. Talk about a fundamentally sound team. Holy Cross is that. And they got a pretty good coaching staff as well. They get the job done there. Julie Antonacci with the ball. Kicks it over, gets it to Kayla Rose. Rose about 12 feet from the basket. Pops it over to Karpinski. No, that's Taylor. Taylor will work it with Karpinski. And a turnover underneath to try to force it. And now it'll be Holy Cross basketball. Got to be really crisp with your passing here against this Holy Cross team. They got octopus arms all over the place. And the shot is good. Bystricki. Here comes Lavelle now down. Riverside's going to have to earn it here the hard way with this Holy Cross team. Beautiful play. Kayla Rose finishes from Emily Taylor. 15-9 the score. 2:16 on the clock here in quarter number 1. They drive inside. Bystricki goes backdoor. Bystricki stripped. It'll be Riverside basketball. Karpinski now handling the basketball. Got to be under control. Karpinski goes down. Lefty on the right-hand side. No go. And now Holy Cross comes up with it. Antonacci will guard out here. She's got Kranick. That'll be the freshman Cranston guarded by Karpinski. Cranston in. Cranston just gets enough English on that ball and able to slip that in. 17-9 the score. 1:41 on the clock. Lavelle now with the basketball. Trying to get the Riverside Lady Vikes back to a reasonable margin here. Antonacci's three is short. Picks up the rebound. Taylor off the glass a little hard. Almost went in, but rimmed out. 1:24 on the clock. Back the other way. It is a miss. And then a hustle, and then they'll call it Riverside basketball. So a layup try by Caroline Kranick, the senior, and it kind of rimmed out. She's got a brace on her face as if there was a nose injury or an eye injury. So she's playing with that, and Riverside trails by 8 with 1:08 on the clock. Foul they're going to call on Sempa. So Lavelle backed her down, but they call a foul. Barry Fitzgerald looks on, the head coach here of Holy Cross. They get it over here. It is Antonacci. Antonacci to the rack and lost the basketball. It's going the other way. So Julia Antonacci got bodied up there by Kranick, but she lost the basketball. It will be Holy Cross basketball. 3 fouls apiece for both of these squads. Sempa drives in, looked like an extra step, and Holy Cross dropped it on the way underneath, and that was Cranston, the freshman. Lavelle was guarding. 57 seconds on the clock. Still down 8 for the Lady Vikes of Riverside here with a nice crowd on hand for this one. Big week for Riverside basketball. One at a time. This is a big one. Karpinski gets the pass from Emily Taylor. So 2 crisp passes from Emily Taylor have wound up with Riverside buckets. Going the other way, Kranick misses that. Shot by Cranston. They call a foul on Karpinski. And just must have got a tip of her hand. Second foul on Karpinski. 14 fouls against Riverside. Free throw goes. Second free throw coming. 18-11 is the score. And that one goes, so it's 19-11. Again, we talked about that fundamentally sound Holy Cross team. They'll hit free throws. They'll steal the basketball. They can dribble the basketball. They can penetrate. Good court awareness. That's why Coach Fitzgerald has built a nice program here at Holy Cross. Inside shot there. We're going to draw a foul as Kayla Rose got the pass from Karpinski. 21.6 seconds on the clock. Maria LeBoy will enter into the ballgame. And foul goes against 35. Bestricki, her second. Free throw gets in. Goes up and in. So we'll get a substitute. Julia Getz comes in for Holy Cross. Bella McKeefery comes in here for Riverside. And LeBoy will be getting Kayla Rose, the shooter, as it's 19-12, and free throw is long. McKeefery battling for that rebound underneath, and then what do they call it? Call it Riverside basketball. LeBoy will go in. Rose will come out. 19.2 seconds on the clock. Lady Vikes trail by 7. It's LeBoy now with the basketball. LeBoy gets it over to Taylor. Taylor drives in, kicks it out. Antonacci drives in. Antonacci gets stuffed. And Antonacci on a steal. 7 seconds on the clock. Gets it over to Emily Taylor. Taylor drives in. Emily Taylor. Oh, it rims out. Emily Taylor. 2 for a quarter. No go. And that's the way the quarter will end. 19-12. The Riverside fans wanted contact. Good battle underneath. No contact called. Audio timeout. We'll be back here in the John Mendola Show for Riverside Lady Vikes basketball. We're back here in Taylor for Riverside Lady Vikes basketball as they take on Holy Cross. They trail 19-12 to start the second quarter. Father Francis Pacelli of Divine Mercy Parish is sponsoring tonight's ball game. I'd like to thank Father Pacelli for bringing live Lady Vikes basketball here on the John Mendola Show. Drive. Lavelle goes hard. Battle underneath, and Holy Cross comes up with it. So simple finishes right now, the difference for the Lady Vikes as Riverside. Now we got to travel by them. So Julia gets charged with that violation. It's still a 7-point deficit here for the Lady Vikes. Julia Antonacci with the basketball. Maria LeBoy on the outside. LeBoy gets it over to McKeefery. McKeefery looking. Back over to Emily Taylor. Taylor almost an extra footsie. No call there. Julia Antonacci back to her. Back to Lavelle. Kylie Lavelle with the runner lefty a little off. Lavelle gets her own rebound. Tries to get body contact. Lavelle comes up 3 for a quarter. And Kylie Lavelle finishes. So Kylie Lavelle, the 5'11" freshman point guard, able to put that through. 19-14 is the score. Riverside trails by 5. They drive to the middle, and that shot goes up and in. So Abby Lentowski, sophomore, gets it done. 21-14. We got a football score here. Lady Vikes trail by a touchdown. Lavelle with the basketball. She gets trapped, beats the trap. Lavelle to the rack. Lavelle is short. Nobody there to rebound. Coming back the other way is Sempa. Sempa drives into a little bit of traffic. Ball hits out of bounds. Who's it going to be out on? It's going to be on Holy Cross. Kayla Rose, Elise Karpinski back into the lineup.
Elise Karpinski returns to Lady Vike Lane. Line with Kayla Rose, number 23.
6:30 on the clock. Here comes Lavelle. Karpinski to Rose to Taylor. Cutters, Karpinski, and an open layup, and oh, we missed another one. So the Lady Vikes missed another layup. Spin move by Karpinski, but still should have been able to finish that one. 6:08 on the clock. Lady Vikes have missed some basic layups. In the meantime, Holy Cross keeps battling over on the offensive end and continues to lead by 7 here. Sempa gets it over to the corner. And, of course, moving it to Kranick. Back over to Sempa. Sempa's going to drive. Sempa lefty. Sempa hits a crazy shot. So Abby Sempa able to finish that one. We got a timeout, 32nd by Holy Cross. We'll take an audio timeout. We'll be back here at the John Mendola Show. We're back here to live basketball here in the John Mendola Show between Riverside and Holy Cross. 23-14 is the score. It's Holy Cross leading the Lady Vikes. Quick move here by Emily Taylor. Back over to Antonacci, into Kayla Rose. She'll draw a foul. So they're going up against a couple of tallies underneath. Abby Malinowski. No, that is Julia Getz is going to be called on that foul. So Getz gets the 15th foul here for Holy Cross. Free throw is good. 23-15. The Lady Vikes down trail by 8 with 5:23 on the clock. 5 team fouls for Holy Cross, 4 team fouls for Jack Bacailo's Lady Vikes. That free throw is good as well. 23-16. That's one way you could get a little bit closer. Make sure you do your fundamentals on your end, but just hit the basics. Drive here. Kranick loses the basketball, gets it over to the corner. Kranick gets the basketball back, drives baseline, gets it to Sempa over in the corner. Riverside matching up here. Ball your man defense. And that ball goes through the legs of Getz. 5:08 on the clock. Jack Mikhailo talking to his group. Want to thank Father Francis Pacelli of Divine Mercy Parish, sponsoring tonight's basketball game here. Able to give you Lady Vikes basketball here in the John Mendola Show. Good hustle over there by Holy Cross. Got a little physical on that play. Stole the ball out of Lavelle. Holy Cross right now showing just a little bit more want. Riverside's got to do it on both ends. Steal there by Lavelle on the floor. Gets it over. Julia Antonacci, Lavelle for three. Shot is off the mark. No rebound. 4:34 on the clock. Holy Cross comes up with it. Still leading by 7. Sempa and Kranick will work it from the outside. Now they get it over to Getz. And Lentowski. They'll work it to that freshman, Casey Cranston. Back over to Sempa. Everything goes through her. Now it's Cranston with the basketball. Karpinski guarding her up top. Just a basic play here from Holy Cross. Sempa will drive. Sempa drives, contact. Sempa no foul, but Sempa makes the shot. 25-16 is the score as Abby Sempa does what she does as a senior. Lavelle with the basketball. Moving over, Julia Antonacci, 3-ball. Antonacci shot is short, no rebound again for the Lady Vikes. Lady Vikes really have to try to hit those boards. Holy Cross is beating them in that department. Shot way out there from Holy Cross, and then the rebound was as well. So Lentowski missed. It'll be Holy Cross on the defensive end now, trying to see if they can slow down Riverside. But again, the offensive attack for Riverside has been a little slow thus far. 25-16 is the score. Emily Taylor. No, 3 department is not their thing tonight. She misses that. Kranick. And now we get the other way. Now we get a free throw. And now we get an in and outer, and Kylie Lavelle battling over there for the basketball along with Cranston. And then 4 people on the floor. Now we're going to get a jump ball. 3:02 on the clock. Holy Cross trying to move it around. They get a 5 call. No, they got a foul on Lavelle. 5 fouls apiece.
Riverside's number 22, Kylie Lavelle, first personal. Lady Vikes, 5th.
25-16 the score. 3:01 on the clock. Now we're going to travel on Riverside. Holy Cross basketball. So it's going to be Lady Crusaders basketball. 2 seconds went off that clock. Coming through. And it's going to be Kylie Lavelle and a steal. Kylie Lavelle going against Sempa. Kylie Lavelle, they just can't. They're just too much push. A little anxious are the Lady Vikes. Their touches in there tonight. Every layup's rimmed out. And they're just trying a little too hard. It's got to be natural for them. Slow down, take their time, pump fake something. Julia Antonacci for the Julia Antonacci connection, 25-19. A nice Swifty shot there out of Julia Antonacci. The Lady Vikes are now within 6 with 2:40 to play. Dribbling around, they'll try to see what they can do. Lentowski looking, they get it over to the other way. That is Getz. Getz gives it to her teammate, number 11, the freshman Cranston. Cranston drives and puts it into the rack. So Casey Cranston with a nice move, 27-19. 8-point deficit here for the Lady Vikes. Lavelle with the ball. Lavelle's going to coast in. Lavelle, can she finish? Nope. Rims in and out again. So again, those layups just have been a little too hard. More touch on the layups are needed for all the Lady Vikes right now. 2 minutes exactly to play. 3-pointer, Sempa short. Going to get that rebound was Julia Antonacci. Antonacci went by Sempa. Antonacci's going to throw it away a little high for Rose. So one good thing and then one bad thing right now for Riverside. They got to try to put 2 positive things together. Kayla Rose comes out. Coming into the basketball game, number 13, Bella McKeefery. Haley Bistricki, the 5'8" senior, now into the ball game here for Holy Cross. Outside shot is off. Going the other way, and no carry by Antonacci. Lavelle, and the layup got it. So they got away with one there. That looked like a carry. 6-point deficit, 1:27 on the clock. Sempa coming across the lane. It's Holy Cross. They'll look around, see what they can do. Moving the ball, number 34, it's Lenkowski. Bistricki, they got 35 in there. They got that freshman Cranston wearing number 11. Free throw shot off the backboard, no go. Here comes Riverside the other way. Exactly 1 minute to play. 3-point look, no, it's Lavelle. Stops and thinks otherwise. McKeefery going to the corner. Lavelle to the rack all alone. And Lavelle can't finish that one. But Emily Taylor picks it up and connects from about 9.7 feet. It's a goodie. 27-23, and Riverside's down 4. 42 seconds on the clock. The Lady Vikes are rallying, the fans behind them here to end this first half. And it's a good run right now, but Holy Cross has done a nice job of able to get some space and play some defense. McKeefery now guarding Sempa. 25 seconds on the clock. I want to thank Francis Pacelli, Father Francis Pacelli of Divine Mercy Parish, for supporting high school basketball here on the John Mendola Show. 14 seconds to go. McKeefery trying to guard closely, gets a foul on Sempa. Tries to get right into her pocket. 10.9 seconds to go. Maria LeBoy will now come in. LeBoy will come in and take out number 15, Elise Karpinski. So LeBoy will be under the basket by herself. Holy Cross will break it. Cranston has it. They go underneath to Lenkowski. Lenkowski misses. Rebound, and it's going to be Julie Antonacci. 2 seconds on the clock. Wide open, it's McKeefery. Got it! Huge bucket by Bella McKeefery to end the half. Makes it 27-25, and that's a big one for Riverside. We are at halftime, Coach. Not too happy here from Holy Cross, as Coach Fitzsimmons talks about it. And we'll be back here for quarter number 3 on the John Mendola Show. We are back live for the second half between the Lady Vikes and the Lady Crusaders. Well, it is 27-25. Holy Cross leads here. I want to thank Father Francis Pacelli Divine Mercy Parish for sponsoring tonight's ball game. Inside ball game, Kayla Rose misses a layup. And then we're going to get foul on the floor. So that has been the difference. Riverside has missed double-digit layups tonight here against this Holy Cross team, but a third foul. It's a 35 Bistricky. Riverside with the basketball. If they get it out, it's Rose. Rose looking around. Rose going to drive the rack. Rose completes this one. 27, y'all, and we're tied up here. But quick back the other way. Karpinski's going to get called on her third foul, I believe. That is her third indeed. And it's going to go against the freshman, Casey Cranston. Here comes a free throw. And that is way off. Hits the back of the rim and bounces about 9 feet. 7:38 on the clock, still knotted up at 27 apiece. They'll bring in a substitute. It's going to be number 32, Julia Getz. And that one goes. 28-27, Holy Cross. First opportunity here for the Lady Vikes to get on the other end of this scoreboard here tonight against Holy Cross. Taylor with the basketball. Looking around, LaBelle moving around. Rose underneath. Kayla Rose was a little unorthodox, didn't go off the backboard, kind of floated in the air. The Holy Cross comes down. Holy Cross trying to complete it. They miss. Taylor finally gets it out, gets tipped away. Julie Antonacci with the basketball. Antonacci doing what she could. Kylie LaBelle, and one! So a Riverside Lady Vikes basketball lead, and Kylie LaBelle underneath will get to that free throw line. It will go against Sempa. That's going to be her second. Timeout called here from Holy Cross. Well, Riverside leads. Riverside on the free throw line. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We are back live. Kylie LaBelle on that free throw line here for the Riverside Lady Vikes, and hits the free throw. Kylie, just a freshman, 30-28 is the score. Riverside now on top by 2. And down the other way, no walk call there. Thought they had an extra step with Kranick. Now they move it back. Kranick's got the basketball, guarded by Antonacci. Gets it over to the corner. Now back to Cranston. Cranston moves it over this way to Lukowski. Moving it around one more time, gets, and then it goes out of bounds and off the freshman. 6:46 on the clock, and the Riverside Lady Vikes looking to add to that 2-point advantage. Taylor with the basketball. Inside Antonacci. Antonacci tries to get a little space, no go. Good defense there by number 34, Abby Lentowski. For Holy Cross, the sophomore. Sempa, great pass. Kranick, skip pass. Cranston now outside. Nothing but backboard. And then Antonacci gets it stripped, and now she'll dribble the basketball down as she is guarded closely by Kranick. Kylie LaBelle now with the basketball, guarded by Sempa, the senior. So freshman versus senior here. And now Taylor guarded over there by the freshman for Holy Cross, and now we're going to get a jump ball, and it's going to be Holy Cross basketball. So Kayla Rose got the ball jammed up there. Holy Cross is going the other way. 5:56 on the clock, 2-point advantage. Riverside leads. They took back the lead after trailing by 7, 9, you name it. They trailed by a bunch here in this first half. Now it's the second half, quarter number 3 with 5:43 on the clock. Moving the ball around, it is going to be Cranston. Back over to number 34, Lentowski. Now they get it to Getz. And now it's Kranick with the basketball. Now they'll move it outside to Cranston. Cranston, the freshman. A lot of dribble, a lot of ball game. She's got tall, lanky player. Pretty darn good. Equaling what our freshman here in Riverside country can do, Kylie Lavelle. And how about that circus shot off of Cranston, the freshman, high off the glass. 30-30, we're tied up. It's all Antonacci right now. That's her number 30. Lavelle gets it over to Julia Antonacci. Antonacci pounds it into Rose. She's guarded by 3 people. They say it's a jump ball. And that ball was tied up by Casey Cranston, the freshman. It'll be Riverside basketball. 4:58 on the clock. They finally get it in. It's Rose. Rose is going to drive. Rose, no walk called. Karpinski for 3. Elise Karpinski down. Taylor. 33-30 is the score. 4:46 on the clock. As a rainbow 3 there by Karpinski. They move it along. Holy Cross with their half-court offense. And Sempa gets stuffed from Lavelle. So nice defense. Sempa giving up about 3-4 inches there against Kylie Lavelle, the freshman. Holy Cross trying to decide who is going to inbound this basketball with 4:37 on the clock, and the Lady Vikes up 3. Sempa fakes a 3. Sempa guarded closely by Lavelle, kicks it over, and Kranick off her hand. So that pass was a little errant by Sempa, and it goes off Kranick's hand. 4:31 on the clock, and Riverside build on this 3-point advantage here. Kylie Lavelle with the basketball. Lavelle looking around, gets it to Karpinski, back over to Rose. Rose to Taylor. Taylor skip passes to Antonacci. Can she get a free 3 look? Back to Taylor. Taylor has an opportunity, then back over to Antonacci. Sempa will guard here. Karpinski back to Rose, top of the key. Taylor open in that corner if they can find her on the skip pass. They pound it to Rose. Rose can't finish. 2 defenders on her. That's a tough call. Now we're coming the other way. Kranick into Sempa. Sempa's got the ball. Sempa gets it over to Getz. Now Getz looks over. Gets it to Lentowski, and now a travel, and they get it. The right call on that one with 3:48 to play here in quarter number 3. They get a warning, I think, over on the Holy Cross bench. And now Riverside inbounds. Antonacci. Lavelle. Karpinski fighting through that middle. More ball movement. Taylor has it now. Taylor guarded closely. Lavelle. Lavelle's going to drive. Kylie Lavelle lefty. Kylie Lavelle finishes. 35-30. 3:16 on the clock. Holy Cross down 5 now. Lentowski with the basketball. Kranick. Kranick has that false face on for protect the eyes and the nose, and then we're going to get a foul as Casey Cranston drove, and that's going to go against Emily Taylor, her first. We'll get a substitute in. Haley Bistricki, the 5'8" senior for Holy Cross. Again, Lady Vikes up 5, but it'll be Holy Cross basketball on the floor underneath. 3 minutes on the clock here in quarter number 3. Lots of threes involved here. They get the ball in. Oh, wide open Bistricki. Beautiful pass from the freshman Casey Cranston. So Cranston shows her freshman abilities. She's got a bright future here with the Holy Cross program. 35-32, 2:45 on the clock. Riverside still up. Karpinski has it. Lavelle, Antonacci. skip pass to Taylor. Taylor drives, guarded by 2. And now they call a quick travel on Karpinski. Didn't agree with that one, but they said she moved her feet a little too quick. 2:31 on the clock. Riverside clinging to a 3-point advantage, but Holy Cross will not back down. It'll be the freshman, Cranston, seeing what she can do offensively. Bastricki gives it back to her. Cranston stops at the foul line, gives it to Sempa on the runner. She stops. Bodies all over the place, and it'll be Riverside basketball. Antonacci's got it. Push from behind, no foul. Antonacci runs into somebody, and they call it offensive. And the Holy Cross player hit the floor really hard. Sounded like she banged her head off the court. The young lady's taking her time. The Riverside athletic trainer is going to come out and check her out, make sure she's okay. Got to be real careful nowadays with concussions as she helps herself up, and that is the freshman Cranston. So glad she's okay. Heck of a player for Holy Cross. 35-32 is the score, 2:07 on the clock, and Coach Mikhailo talking to the official right now about what he thinks of the call. It was an offensive foul on that. I didn't call offensive. I swore he called offensive foul. It's just their ball. But I thought he put it as if it was a charge. And they do not call a charge. Her name's not on the scoreboard. So that's where we're at. So Cranston getting looked at by the trainer, their coach, and now her mom's over there. And hopefully she's okay and gets back into the ball game to keep this thing going. Holy Cross goes to the rack, no go. Coming up with the down low, ball battered around like a ping pong ball. And what a move there, but nothing happening from number 34. Lentowski's ball still loose. And finally Riverside comes up with it, and then they throw it away. So a lot of ball movement there. The effort from Holy Cross, and Riverside turns the ball over, trying to go with a 3-quarter court pass. 1:33 on the clock. Riverside still leads by 3. It's Cranston with the basketball. Make that Kranick with the basketball, and Cranston still on the bench. Still looking around. Kranick back with that ball. Get it over to Lentowski. Lentowski looking for Sempa, who cut through. 1:11 on the clock. Back over to Bastricki. Bastricki drives, kicks it out. Kranick now will drive in amongst the trees, hits the glass. Antonacci has the basketball. 2-on-1 coming. Lavelle to Antonacci. Got it to go over Sempa. 37-32. The time is ticking down. We're down to 49 seconds on the clock in quarter number 3. 5-point advantage for the Lady Vikes. Move here, it's Getz. And Getz finds the hole. So nice move by Getz, able to muscle that thing. Is 37-34, 29 seconds. Let's see if Jack Mikhailo calls for one here. Get it to the corner. Ball, Bastricki steals that ball underneath. It'll be Holy Cross with the final look here with 14 seconds on the clock. Lavelle guarding Sempa close. Sempa made one move to get rid of her for a half a second. 7 seconds on the clock. Sempa's going to drive. Sempa with a long layup, no go. And it's Lavelle with the basketball. Lavelle's got 1.5 second, half quarter. Oh, off the rim. 3-point lead, Lady Vikes. Quarter number 4 coming your way here on the John Mendola Show. We'll be back. All right, we're back here at Riverside, quarter number 4, getting ready to begin. It is 37-34. Lady Vikes lead Holy Cross. We appreciate you joining us here on the John Mendola Show. Want to thank Father Francis Pacelli of Divine Mercy Parish supporting Lady Vikes basketball tonight and all season long. Thank you, Father Pacelli from the Lady Vikes Basketball Booster Club. So the first possession here of the fourth quarter with Holy Cross moving the ball around. The freshman is back in. Cranston. Beautiful play right there by Abby Sempa. They got a pass underneath to her, and it's 37-36. This Holy Cross team will not go away. Just too good fundamentally, and Coach Fitzgerald does a great job moving the ball around. Offensive set. Kylie Lavelle. Got an open player, Taylor. Taylor throws a pass. Went off a Holy Cross defender. Karpinski has it back to Lavelle. Rose trying to see if she can post up. Karpinski goes far side. Antonacci with the basketball. Back to Lavelle. Mikhailo right here talking to Lavelle on what he wants. Kylie Lavelle with the handle. Kicks it over to Karpinski, but it is stolen over there. Then it's stolen again. Then it's back to Holy Cross. Trying to get it underneath. Who comes up with it? Kayla Rose. Kayla Rose has the basketball. 6:50 on the clock. Corner pocket, Antonacci. Buries the three. Julia Antonacci, long distance, makes it 40-36. Holy Cross the other way. Layup is no good. Battle underneath, and Kayla Rose with a rebound. 6:34. Riverside seeing if they can blow the top off this thing. They're going to need a couple of buckets and good defensive efficiency. Antonacci nails another tray. 43-36. 2 trays in a row and a Holy Cross timeout. We'll be back. We are back here at Riverside, 43-36. Holy Cross gets called on a technical. So Julie Antonacci will try to get this free throw. Crowd quiets. Antonacci long on that free throw. Just notched 2 threes from the outside in a row to ignite this Riverside team. See if she can settle down a little bit. That one looks a little better, and that one just goes in and out. The first one had no chance. That one went in and out. So Riverside will get the basketball. 6:21 on the clock, 43-36. Huge turnaround here in the second half. And the beginning of the second quarter, end of the second quarter, that is, for Riverside. Bella McKeefery really sparked Riverside with that basket. So Kayla Rose now has it. Kayla Rose will drive. Kayla Rose stops. Kayla Rose did not walk, but they called a walk. Kayla Rose pumped that ball. Pivot foot stayed still, but her body motion looked like it was a walk. They had to call it. Tough one. And I watched that pivot foot look like it stood still to me. 6:04 on the clock. Holy Cross fighting back here. Cranston, the freshman, will drive. Kicks out. Back over to Cranston with the basketball. Good off the dribble. First move is pretty darn quick here for her. Back to Kranick. Kranick to Cranston. Things are going through Cranston right now. Back to Kranick. And Kranick's layup goes in and out. Tough break for Holy Cross. Lavelle has the basketball. 5:36 to go. Kylie Lavelle now looking around, see what she can line up Some movement here. We'll get Kayla Rose to the top. Julia Antonacci will drop. Karpinski, no, it's Taylor. Rose trying to post up underneath. Karpinski with the basketball. Elise Karpinski still looking around. Kicks it back over to LaBelle. Back over to Karpinski. Now to Kayla Rose. Milking this clock down, and now we're going to get a hold on Holy Cross. That's only the 4th foul on Holy Cross, only 2 on Riverside. Kayla Rose now with the basketball from Emily Taylor. Taylor gets it again. Back to Julia Antonacci. Antonacci just to be above the elbow. Probably could have took her time on that. We're under 5 minutes to play. And thank our sponsor tonight, Father Francis Pacelli of Divine Mercy. Turnover there by Holy Cross, and the Holy Cross faithful are getting a little bananas here. But again, it is only a 7-point advantage. Trying to make it 10 if they could, if not 9. Karpinski back to Rose. Back over to the top. Good ball rotation. Kylie Lavelle. 4:33 on the clock. Kylie Lavelle with the basketball. Guarded out there by Bistricki. Loses a handle. Kayla Rose picks it up, and then she is held. That's going to be another on-the-floor call. This one is going to go against Abby Lentowski. 5 personal fouls against Holy Cross. 4:27 on the clock. Riverside will inbound. Back to Kayla Rose. Back over to Emily Taylor. Taylor to Rose. Rose looking back to Julia Antonacci, guarded by Kranick. Kranick trying to move her feet quickly. Kylie Lavelle now has the basketball. 4:11 on that clock. They pound it inside. Good steal by Bistricki over Karpinski. Here comes Cranston. Cranston with a very nifty move and gets the bucket. 43-38. Cranston, the best opposing freshman we've seen this year, play Riverside at home. And now we'll get a timeout for the Lady Vikes, leading by 5. We'll get back to you right here on the John Mendola Show. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back. We're back live here. It is 43-38. Riverside leads Holy Cross. Kylie Lavelle gets a great inbound pass, gives it over to Karpinski. Up and in! Elise Karpinski, a little back English on that bucket. Got it to go 45-38. 3:39 on the clock. Sempa with the basketball for Holy Cross. Back over to Cranston, the freshman who's been awfully good here for Holy Cross tonight. Takes a little pressure off the seniors, Kranick and Sempa, with the offensive ability. Kick over. Cranston again. Cranston with the runner. Cranston gets it hard off the glass. Rolls around a little bit and rims back in. 45-40 the score. Sempa moving her feet. Trying to play good defense on Lavelle. Lavelle with a runner. Lavelle long. Lavelle comes up with a rebound. Lavelle up and in. Kylie Lavelle not to be denied on that one. 47-40. Back comes Cranston the other way and a turnover. Emily Taylor with that. Emily Taylor's got to watch, and Emily Taylor gets fouled. So Emily Taylor dribbled between two Holy Cross defenders. Foul number 6. Second foul on Cranston. 2:49 on the clock. 7-point advantage for the Lady Vikes of Riverside. Another one will get to the free throw line here for Riverside. Kayla Rose with the basketball. Taylor dives through. Back to Rose. Rose is going to drive in. Kayla Rose up and in. Kayla Rose finishes that thing off. 9-point lead here for Riverside. Holy Cross the other way. It's blocked by the rim. Good battle underneath with Rose. So Lentowski and Rose battle for the ball, but it'll be Lady Vikes basketball with a jump ball. 6 team fouls against Holy Cross, 2 team fouls against the Riverside Lady Vikes. Karpinski with the basketball. Karpinski's going to dribble down. Karpinski the whole way. Karpinski up and in! So Elise Karpinski trying to avoid the contact. Holy Cross went down, but there was no call. Nothing big body there. And Sempa misses. Lavelle coming the other way. Lavelle gets it over to Julia Antonacci. And that rolls around. Karpinski, big rebound. Kayla Rose outside. 51-41, 59 to go now. Lavelle with the basketball. Sempa guarding her. Back out to Karpinski. And Riverside going to try to dribble this thing out as long as they could. Julia Antonacci gets it over to Lavelle. Foul on the floor. It's going to go against Holy Cross. Sempa on the call. Third foul for her, 1-on-1 with 7 team fouls and 1:41 on the clock. Free throw goes.
Julia Antonacci, shoot another.
Free throw goes. I want to thank our friend Father Francis Pacelli Divine Mercy Parish for sponsoring tonight's basketball game here between these two. Moving the ball around is Holy Cross outside Cranick. Cranick shots off. Ball scrambling around is going to be Holy Cross basketball. Thought that should have went Riverside's way, but no go on that. Outside, Cranston misses. Emily Rose comes up with the rebound. And Riverside will come back down with a half court set, dribble the ball around a lot. Lavelle now with that basketball. Get it over. It's Julia Antonacci. We're at 59 seconds right now and a 13-point lead here for Riverside tonight. Elise Karpinski trying to get it over, finally does, and then hit out of bounds by Emily Taylor. And now the officials are going to meet as the Riverside fans give the business and say, hey, it was tipped. And it was. And now he still calls it Holy Cross basketball. Well, now the official talks with him again. So 2 officials, now 3 officials. All right, so white ball. One official had a green ball, 2 officials had it white ball. So a boo-boo on that play, and the fans were giving him the business a little bit. And that's what you get sometimes. 13-point advantage here for Riverside, and they get a foul. No need to foul right now if you're Holy Cross. This thing looks like it should be in the books with 13 points with 48 seconds on the clock. I mean, stranger things have happened. I just don't know about them. A shot there by Rose is no good. 53-40 to score. 3-pointer by Holy Cross doesn't go. Rebound, and they'll get to the free throw line with 39.9 seconds to play. We appreciate you tuning in tonight for live audio here on the John Madola Show between Holy Cross and Riverside. Thursday night, Riverside and Dunmore. They'll be going at it on the TVN, so we won't be here on the John Madola Show because the game is a TV game. So just so you're aware, check in with your booster club and your coaches. But it's a TV game Thursday against Dunmore. That should be a pretty good basketball game. And that shot by Cranston goes. 53-42 is the score. And that ball is out of bounds. So now we're going to get a foul on Holy Cross.
Number 35, Haley Bistrocki, that's her fifth. In the game for Bistrocki, number 32, Julie Getz.
So Getz is going to check back in here for Holy Cross. 5 fouls on Bistricki. She'll head over to the side. Karpinski's shot looks long, and it is. So that'll bring down number 11, Cranston. We've called her name an awful lot tonight. Kranick now drives to the bucket, and she gets fouled. So a lot of fouls here late in the ball game between these two.
Emily Taylor, number 33, commits her second personal.
Free throw goes. 53-43, 27.9 seconds on the clock.
Shooting one.
Looks like we're going to line up for some more fouls here in these final seconds. Free throw short. Karpinski with the rebound. Antonacci with the basketball. Let's see what Holy Cross is going to do. Kranick will guard tightly here. 19 seconds on the clock. Lavelle almost a carry there. Lavelle now dribbling around with 13 seconds to go. Maybe the crowd will influence the Holy Cross girls. Is laid back, down 10, 6 seconds to go. That's going to be your final score. The Lady Vikes of Riverside get the win here at home against Holy Cross. A big one at that, 53-43. We appreciate you joining us here on the John Mendola Show. We hope you have a great evening. Best of luck to the Lady Vikes against Dunmore later this week. Have a good night, everybody. Riverside 53-43.